Good evening and salutations, my soap opera fans. So, tonight's question: is Willow Tate needed on General Hospital? I see the comments so far already. I'm going to sit there and do roll call very shortly, but is she needed on the show? I find this character completely and utterly boring and useless. She has not been interesting since she was with Chase, not saying something. But that's a nice question, though. Now we are going to sit there and talk about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bone and Blue for Young and the Restless. So, I want to hear people's response. I personally think she's not needed, but I want to hear everyone else's response. So let's sit there and do roll call, and I will get to the questions in a minute. Freddie's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Lashanta's in the chat. How you doing tonight? At the bank is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Dolomax is in the chat. How you doing tonight? AE's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Cherry Ice Cream's in the chat. How you doing tonight? Monique is in the chat. How you doing tonight? That's not everyone. Queen of the South is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Okay, so I'm going to sit there and hear people's reasons. Spence is in the chat. How you doing tonight? As you're coming in, make sure you do hit the like button because it really does actually help. Darby's in the chat. How you doing tonight? And Queen of the South, is always good to see you. Now, AE is in the chat. How you doing tonight? Sorry, I didn't sit there and say hi to you before. Now, AE says, as long as Nina is on the canvas, Willow is needed. Hey. And Jay Blue also says Willow is needed. That's okay. Y'all got some very interesting answers. I would sit there and say. Spencer says I like new bar Port Charles. Nice. Is missing a pool table. As says I think her character got lost once they put her in the Krentos family. Her being Nina's daughter would have been enough in seeing her nurse's journey. Domex says Willow still has a lot of potential. She can be used in a similar way that Liz was used about 10 to 15 years ago. It's important for a show to build up the next generation of characters. Okay. And Darby says maybe not now, but possibly yes for tomorrow. And Blackmon, how you doing tonight? Bye, Willow, you can go. Now I want to sit there and take a quick look at the top. And J Blue, how you doing tonight? Now AE, what's good? AE says I think Willow is needed as long as Nina is on canvas, and Michael doesn't do well alone. Damn, so she's only there to sit there and practically be a prop for other people. That's awesome. Okay, it's interesting stuff. J Blue says, so what is Drew's plan? He's intentionally trying to bring Willow and Nina together. Maybe. As then Freddie says, if Willow left, though, I would miss her. Now, as I always sit there and say, Danny, how are you doing? How have you been? What happened to your channel? I was looking for your videos and they weren't there. What's going on with you? What's going on with your YouTube channel? Kyrie is the one and only. I am loving your intro, by the way. Kyrie says in General Hospital, in general, she's not needed, but I'm glad you brought away her fake outrage towards Nina. Her own words prove she was just a bandwagon. Amy, how you doing tonight? What is in it for you? That's a good question. And Amy, it's so good to see you. Delmax says I think that they should play up more of Willow complicated relationship with Nina. And then he says she's a supporting character. Okay, Danny, you're gonna have to send me the link to your YouTube page because I thought it was down. So could you email me your page your YouTube page again? I went through my entire history on YouTube and I couldn't find it. So and it says Blaze Mom can go. So yes, as I always sit there and say, there's 32 people in this chat. There's only one of me. So I'm gonna miss some comments from time to time. If I do that, just write it again. I understand I may miss somebody's comment, I may skip somebody's comment. It's not on purpose. I'm just trying to get to every single comment that I can possibly get to. So I put that out there. Laura B is in the chat. How are you doing tonight? Blackman says Victor's saying the B is dead. Yes, because Claire was like, yo, what happened to Joy? And he was like, the just dead. I love Victor. I love Victor. You know, I'm not gonna lie, Kyrie's. I thought it was so out of pocket. I thought it was completely out of pocket. Because she sat there, she was like, "Oh, is it another one of her alters?" She was like, "Are you trying to be funny?" No, she was not trying to be funny. I thought, honestly, to tell you the truth, I was like, that. Oh my God, that was so not a good look for her. Sherry, Sherry's new person. Sherry says, "Seems like Willow is crushing on Drew. She is his biggest fan. She seemed like she needed a brain, but cool." Then he says, "I was same channel and deleted all my videos. That's why I haven't been posting too much on that channel. So today is the first one." Yeah, welcome, Sherry. Same channel and deleted all my. Why'd you delete your videos though for, Danny? I was wondering what happened. Why? Well, Danny, why'd you delete your videos? Justin was good. Ed says, "What do you think about that?" I actually liked it, Ed. I actually liked it. Lashanta says, "Well, entitled to her feelings, she sat." Let me tell you something, Lashanta. She only agreed to give Nina a chance because of Drew. So she can't sit there and come up with that for herself. Harry says, "I disagree because I like her feisty side." Yeah, I understand a feisty side, but it was stupid though. Listen, I can get behind a feisty side when it makes sense, but that didn't make sense. She accused Diane of being funny and crass, but that wasn't the case. It almost we're gonna agree to disagree on that. Um, Ronnie Ron was good. Then he says, "I'm trying to change up my topic. That's why I did that. I'm trying to come up with new ideas." Okay, all right. AE says Blaze Mom needs to go. There's a character with no purpose. It almost sounds like what it almost sounded like she didn't understand what DID really was. It just like she said, "Okay, I met one of her alters today." And she was like, "Oh, are you trying to be crass? Are you trying to be funny?" Nina now Justin says Nina is a coward. Okay, why do you think she's a coward? Um, it's like she accused her trying to be funny, and that wasn't the case. It was like, what are you talking about? It was honestly, tell you the truth, for a hot minute, it almost sounded like she didn't know what DID was. That's why she said this. She was like, "Okay, cool. At least I'm meeting one of her nicer personalities." I've been sitting there getting flamed by this shit for a hot minute since I got here. And then Tracy's like, "Oh well, it seems like you need. It still seems like you have, like you have to prove something to us." I'm just like, Tracy, what the hell are you talking about? Listen, I can appreciate a good feisty side like anybody else, but I need things to make sense. Justin says, "I bet she was afraid to get caught by Willow." Yeah, I didn't really. I wouldn't sit there and say it's a cat. Well, okay, well, we can agree to disagree, but it was a little kind of odd. Danny says Albert did a post on Bold and the Beautiful. Okay, I'll check. Like I said, send me the link to your channel. Freddie says Albert, Leo and Wiley. Oh, Leo and Wiley were the stars of this. of today's episode for me, especially when Leo told his. Yeah, I did laugh. I did laugh. I actually thought that was funny. I mean, I thought this. I already talked about in my review about um what I thought about Sasha being a cook, but I did think that was funny. Lashanta says it doesn't matter. Nina will take it. Her new name is Rug Burns. I still think it's stupid. It's like Willow doesn't have a brain of her own, and she needs other people to think for her. Here we go with excuse lane again. Um, Carrie says Tracy is just overwhelmed and worried. She she took it out on Diane. I don't get why they don't get involved. Abby, she's the legal next of kin. Okay. Well, I'm I'm glad you feel that way. That's cool. LaShawn, how you doing tonight? Ron says, I'm glad that pulling to figure out that AJ is the one. But, regardless of who is writing the story, she still did everything that they said. She still did everything that Chat was asking and everything that EJ accused her of. And playing the mom card and the parent card about, well, if it was you, well, it doesn't matter. It wasn't. It wasn't Chad. It wasn't AJ. It was you. You're the maid. You're the one that sat there and abused your own, that abused the power. You put people's lives in danger. And even Julie was like, yeah, I'm glad that everything worked out, but you're supposed to be keeping us safe. You literally did the exact opposite. Um, but yeah, I mean, like I said, you know me, well, yeah, like I said, I thought it was just dumb. I thought it was just dumb. I was like, it was just stupid. I'm, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. I hope they bring up that story point one day. And it says, I'm just glad John is starting to put some of the pieces together with getting his conversation with Constantine. I'm surprised Marlena didn't actually start to put some of that stuff together, though, too. Lorby says the writers clearly don't remember as was done with Charlotte. She had community service and court mandatory therapy. No way she would be able to return to boarding school. Yeah, that's true. Harry says if I was Abby, I would be upset with all Jack and Billy and Tracy. Oh, because we're not putting it. Well, she is. Jakari's was good. That's something. Yeah, Lord B. Lord B said yes. Poor Claire. She was under a heavy dead body. What is the story with that? I've been good. Freddie. I'm gonna get to your question in 1 second. But how have you been, Jakari's? Ron says, yes, Albert, she was playing the mom card and still asking Johnny to throw. Yeah, I didn't understand that. I was like, I don't want to sit there and put you in the middle, but I'm going to put you in the middle. I didn't really get that, Ron. It's like, oh, um, okay, Jakaris, let me check it out. Yeah, Black Mom, I'm not gonna lie. The first time meeting Ivy and already I was disappointed. I've never been so disappointed in seeing a character for the first time in a very long time. Freddie says Albert Willow only gave Nina a chance because Drew thinks so. To me, that's not fair and square. It would make sense if Willow. See, exactly. That's exactly why I didn't. That's exactly why I don't like Willow. I mean, it's one of the many reasons. But I was like, this chick can't even think for herself. Michael, do you think I should sit there and be a spokesperson? Are you kidding me? Do you ask him? Do you should you wash your face and brush your teeth in the morning? Well, Curious, the first time I see Ivy, the only thing that she's doing is being super thirsty and trying to shove her tongue down Liam's throat under 15 minutes. I was like, please tell me you brought in this chick for something more than that. It just, okay. All right, cool, Jakar. So I want to sit there and get your thoughts on that. But yeah, I was just like, really, bro? I don't know. It just didn't work. It just didn't work for me. I mean, hopefully they do something more than just have her just constantly try to be all thirsty for Liam. Ugh. Meg said Julie kind of annoyed me. Paulina definitely messed up, but the truth is she went to extremes for family before. I mean, she dragged Gabby for years. Ooh, okay. Is that so? Hmm. And Ron is Smith is saying the same thing. Jakara says, I did a video on my thoughts about the gays in the soap opera. Okay. Then I look forward to checking it out then. I look forward to checking it out. Lori says, to answer your question, I guess Jordan paid somebody to take her to a storage unit. Claire fought, and during the fight, the lady had a heart. Oh, that's okay. I was wondering what that was about. Okay, well, thank you for clearing that out, Laura B. Monique said, "Did y'all think Jason was upset Dex was now a cop, or was his shock or surprise?" I think it was more. Well, for me, I think it was maybe more just like, bro, you do realize somebody's gonna be coming after you because you're a cop, right? You know, Lashanta, I don't understand. I don't understand. Chikara, it was decent. I don't understand why does Blaze need two managers? Harry says she's annoyed me when she said a lot of people think Liam is a really good guy. Outside of that, I'm siding with Ivy because I don't like Steffi. Hmm. Was good, Richard? Okay. I don't understand why does Blaze have two managers? And the fact that she was going so hard on Brooklyn, I was like, I really sat there, was like, yo, you know what? Having Blaze, be the face of deception just seemed kind of like a really bad idea. Like, if it comes to with Natalie, she's a headache. Freddie says, Albert, not even that long. Willow and Michael were in the meeting with Drew when Nina walked. Willow act like Nina didn't exist. But all of a sudden, exactly because of Drew. Exactly because of Drew. Like, it's, uh, Ron says, Ivan, what did you think of Everett when he told Marlena? I, on some level, I thought it was kind of stupid. He called her a quack. I was like, no one has ever sat there and called somebody a quack before. I've never heard of that. But honestly, to tell you the truth, Stephanie is also kind of an idiot because I'm like, this dude is acting super sus, and you still want to be around him? Bobby says, Albert, her mother is business, and Brooklyn is. Oh, okay. All right, well, thank you. Thank you, Laura B. Um, AE, I think Laura B answered it perfectly. What's good, Anthony? I just commented on your video. Dominic says, honestly, I honestly even think part of Willow honestly towards hostility towards Nina is her inability to go against Michael and others and think for herself. Yeah, that's pretty sad, pathetic. Um, but I'm doing good, Anthony. How are you doing tonight? Max says, I think Natalia has always helped manage the money and endorsements while Brooklyn handles the creative. Yo, listen, if I was Brooklyn, I'm like, yo, you know what? Let's just buy this chick out her contract and just let her go. Because if we gotta sit there and deal with stage mom, nah, we good. Maxie already looked like she had a long day, and now she gotta sit there and deal with Natalie or Natalia. Rich, I'm actually pretty good. How are you doing now? I haven't seen you in a while. It's good to see you again. Jakara says I may lost a bit of subscribers, but I got a life to live. Well, Jakara, why do you think you lost subscribers for? Why do you think that you might have lost subscribers? Monique says, look at how easily and quickly Jason solved the Pikeman problem just by having a conversation with Dex. Yes. And she needs therapy so she can find. Yeah, she definitely needs some therapy. Yeah, she definitely needs some therapy. Jonathan was good. Okay. Well, like you said, you have a life outside of YouTube, so that has to come first. But I've seen you been on Twitter Space though lately. You've been doing Twitter Space a lot, right, Jakaris? What's good, Eagle Fang? We all know Sasha did not make the dish in real life. LOL, and Maxie really needs to take over as a boss. I can't wait till Blazemon finds out how BLQ and Chase saved her. Hmm. Oh, damn. Okay. Well, Jacars, I'm glad that you're doing Twitter Space. You seem like you're really happy doing that, so that's good for you. Johnson says Natalia was extra. Yeah, she was extra. Lashanta says, Albert, did you think Nina can stop screaming? About what in particular? Jakar says I've been speaking on there a lot. Yeah, Jakar, it seems like you like Twitter Space more than you like YouTube. Is that correct? Sherry says drop Blaze scoop Madison. Ron says Albert, why can't Chad just move back? I said the same thing. I said the exact same thing. I said the exact same thing, Ron. It's funny. I said the same thing in my review. What's good, Nika? Jakaris, why do you think that is? Why do you think that you like Twitter Space more than YouTube? I'm very curious about your answer. Why you like going on Twitter Space more than YouTube? Johnson says Stone Cold had a conversation with the mole. I actually like those two together though. I know. I heard. I heard. I'm very curious on your answer though. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Well, Jakaris, you gotta do what makes you happy. So I make videos on Twitter. I don't do Twitter Space, but I make videos on Twitter. Um, because you can actually get paid on Twitter. But I'm always gonna stick to YouTube first. Johnson says Chad probably doesn't want to move back to. That's another thing I was thinking about too. Yep, and the same thing with Dolomedics. I think it's tough for Chad to live in a house. Yes, that. Yep, yep. Both of y'all had the exact same mind frame, Jonathan and Dolomedics. Ron says about how will Kayla and Patch feel about Stephanie still wanting to. I think they're gonna give her a caution. They're gonna sit there and tell her that you should probably just chill out. And Stephanie's gonna do the exact opposite because um I don't know, she's kind of an idiot. I mean, the dude was mad sketchy today, and yet she still continued to have a conversation. I didn't understand why she kept pushing for him to go to therapy. If he doesn't want to do therapy, then he doesn't want to do therapy. He's like, all right, listen, I can't sit there and access any more memories. Maybe I should just sit there and just let it go. She's like, but you're making but he said he's done. Like, why are we still having this conversation? The girl says you can see my face on the videos again. Okay, well, then I look forward to watching your videos on YouTube. I just, I don't really go on Twitter to like watch videos. And what's good, Nate? I don't usually go on Twitter to sit there and watch videos. That's why I don't usually see you on Twitter Space. I'm always on YouTube, but because oh yeah, no, of course. Oh, of course, Mika. No, listen, I'm not leaving YouTube to go to Twitter. No, I use it as an extra platform as far as money wise, but no, I'm here. Freddie says, Albert, I was shocked when the PCPD department. Freddie, here's the thing. They go, whenever they go through these classes, like as far as being a medical student, like Trip on Days of Our Lives, they go through them like that. So I said in my review, um, Freddie, I was like, he's going to be a cop in like 2 weeks. Johnson said, but if Abigail came back, maybe he'll return to the mansion. Yeah, but I mean, your theory makes sense. I mean, granted, I'll be like, bro, you got money. You could just move somewhere else. When are you gonna sit there and get back to the Horton house, bro? You have money. Just buy another place. Yeah, she does, LaShawn. But what's gonna wind up happening? She goes to jail. She burns down the jail. She gets back out. She does it all over again. So maybe jail is not exactly. Dolmec says Trip was a doctor in about 6 months. I felt like he was a doctor in about like a month and a half. Jay Blue says Sasha never cooked for Michael when they were a couple. Apparently not. Which is, hmm, I mean, when you're rich, do you really have to sit there and be cooking? I mean, think about that, Jay Blue. When you're rich, do you have to be sitting there cooking? And it says Sasha cooking skills still weirds me because it came out of nowhere. Let's see how long she stays chef. Yeah, because none of that makes any damn sense. Oh, I don't want to be the face of deception anymore. I want to quit modeling. Okay, but you could have been a businesswoman. No, I want to be a chef instead. Okay. Thank you, Laura B. Thank you. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. Yep, Jonathan. And all it took was Drew because that actually made sense. Thank you, Lobby. Yes, make sure you do hit that like button because it really does actually help. Let's sit there and see how many likes we have. I gotta sit there and let's see. Okay, we got 27. We got 27 likes. Um we got 27 likes. Ugh, okay, I don't like my voice. We got 27 likes. We got 42 people in the chat. So we're doing okay so far. Make sure you hit that like button because it really does help. Gorgeous Queen Janice in the chat. I hope you had a lovely day. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you as always. All right, that's good, you guys. Definitely check it out. Monique says that Sasha's new Billy on Jay's going from one career to the other. How long has she actually been on the show for? Gorgeous cat lady. So this is just to keep Sasha around for Cody's story because we know we are getting Mac. Are we getting Mac back though? That's the thing, cat lady. Are we actually getting Mac back? Mac back? I mean, does anyone like this Sasha cooking? Does anyone like this Sasha being a chef story so far? Medic says Sasha had Michael and that girlfriend plan where they were together. No ring means no castle. Cherry Ishkin says no. Ed says no. Yeah, does anyone actually like this Sasha being a chef for the Quartermains? Because very curious. Kelly says yes, the actor playing Mac is coming back. He's almost done with his treatment. Okay, that's good. Well, one, I'm just glad that he's done with his treatment. He's actually feeling better. So Yes, I want to know if everyone is actually feeling this story. Her just being a chef out of nowhere, because somehow that makes sense. LaShawn says Steffi asked Hope, who was she saying? Yo, Steffi asks a simple question about if you're going to be Smith there seeing, if you're going to be seeing Liam again. And Hope took that so out of bullshit. Lady, relax. Ron says, I think that Patch or Xander should abduct Maggie from marrying that fake piece of trash Constantine so he doesn't get any money that he doesn't deserve. Fake piece of trash? Ooh. Ron, you surely know how to trash talk people. Monique says it may not be her dream, but hey, it pays the bills. Hey, okay. I said the same thing, Cherry. Here's the thing. She should have just did the business side. Even if she didn't want to um yes, Dolomitic. See, yes, and I agree with that. Just what you said. Build her up a little bit. She could have stayed on the business side. She didn't need to just quit deception altogether. Johnson says Sasha could have done something bigger. She could have been at the hotel. She could have been at Crimson. Kelly says, I actually like it because Sasha is doing something totally different. It's fun. It keeps us at the Q's house. It feels full again. Wow, that's a very positive take. I like that, Cat Lady. I like your very positive and upbeat take. Okay. Good for you. That's awesome. I personally think it's stupid, but I'm glad that you have a very much more positive outlook than I do. That's good. That's good. See, Cat Lady balanced me out. 'Cause I'm surely going to be the Debbie Downer of that situation. Ron says yes. He's a fake bastard. Why should he get anything that doesn't have anything to do with him? Well, you know, Ron, you have a point. Laura B says, I'm surprised Sasha quit when she didn't. Yeah, Laura B, that's the first thing you learn when you're an adult, okay? Is to never quit a job when you don't have another one lined up. But for some odd reason, Sasha didn't think of that. Freddie says Abba Sasha was from fashion model to now being a Martha Stewart chef for the Quartermains. That was so out of the blue, but good for Sasha, I guess, as long as she has a roof. Yeah, I mean, I get the bottom line. Yes, I get. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that. Jay Blue says, well, I guess free room and board for now makes sense for Sasha. They still not making much money at Deception. Maxie says so. It's a temporary move. He says it's just a build up, yeah, for the Cody relationship. Yep. Monique says Devon needs to be humble. His name is the only name on the company. Did he forget Chance as a chancellor? Hmm. Oh, Chance, the chancellor. Have a good night, Jakaris. I look forward to your video. Um, yeah, I said the same thing too, Lord B. Johnson says, I think Everett is having a monetary switch to his Bobby's altar on Friday. When he looked at his computer, it looked like he switched back to normal. When he saw the divorce papers, he switched again. Yeah, I hope this story goes somewhere. Some of this stuff is just, there's good moments, and I can appreciate the good moments. And I'll sit there and say that. Domac says, I will say soaps are notorious for characters jumping careers, so it kind of works with Sasha. Stephanie went from race car driver to public relations specialist. Yeah, you got a point. I guess with Sasha, because it's just, she's been doing the whole modeling thing for a while and being the business part. Like, even if she just would have fell back into the business part, I'm like, cool. But Yeah, for some odd reason, it makes sense to these writers. So, like, all right, guess we just kind of stuck with that for a while. Freddie says Albert Anna on to Valentine's blank, and he has no clue. I think that Valentine is going to save Anna, though. I really do. I really do, Freddie. Players come says, doesn't Monica know Sasha is new cook? Well, I would hope so. Autumn, hey Albert, now that Finn is helping Sheila, Finn can kiss his marriage to Steffi goodbye because Steffi has made it clear that she does not want Sheila around. Can who can blame her? Yeah, but she's gonna have to sit there and eat some humble pie though. She's gonna still have to eat some humble pie. Let me tell you. Because she kept saying, no, Sheila's dead. Sheila's dead. I don't care how many toes. I don't care how many toes she has. Sheila's dead. And then she's gonna be sitting like she's gonna be so over dramatic and so over the top that it's just very hard for me to be like LaShawn says Holt Logan does not want to be back with her ex-husband. Yeah, she did kind of take Steffi's comment a little bit too far. DC was good. So you saw Kyrie's intro, right? Yo, my boy Kyrie's is like every time he just finds new ways to just like outdo himself. He really does. He really finds ways to outdo himself. Yeah, DC, they're funny. They're funny. But yeah, no, Kyrie's once again managed to outdo himself. Yes, exactly, Law B. He's a talented man. He's a very talented man. Johnson says the cosmetic plan is to take the Kiriakis fortune. Is it to take a tick? Is it to take the Kiriakis fortune, or is it to take Maggie's fortune? Because Maggie is not, Maggie's going to give a lot of her money away. She's not going to keep all that money. She's going to disperse it to the family. So yes, exactly, DC. He kills it. he's that he's I was speechless. When Nick says, "Why does Steffi care if Hope wants to be back with Liam?" After all, the talk she talked about how committed she is to Finn and their marriage is strong. I didn't think it was well. Hmm, I think it was just a simple question though, and he wants the whole fortune. Okay, well, I'm very curious how he's actually going to get that. That's a good question, Jonathan. I thought the lawyers would automatically disperse it to the whole family, but. Hmm. Gemini, I see you using a different phone. Freddie says, I honestly don't want Anna and Valentine back together, in my opinion. How can she be back to the man that lied to her, that his own child was terrorizing her, and she played F around and found out? Good point. Good point. Yeah. But the same simple fact is, Freddie, for a moment, she actually thought about it. But that's the thing, Cat Lady, for a moment, she actually thought about it. But when y'all say it like that, it's like, yeah, why the hell would she do something that stupid? Hmm. Okay, that's interesting, Jonathan, because I've been going on a running theory that the lawyers are just going to disperse the money of Maggie. Well, I just okay. I don't know. Some of this stuff is just kind of daffy, and it's just very hard to sit there and keep out because it's like, how is he going to get the money from Alex? Oh, never mind. Alex is not the true son. Okay, never mind. Johnson says Stephanie is probably hoping that Hope doesn't get back together with Thomas. Makes sense. Monique says, I like when Anna said to Jason, Valentine is good, but I'm better. Yeah, she had her vengeful side out. Yeah, Gemini, I mean, we all knew it, but it was just nice to see it though. 3T says, Dex and Jason finally meeting, aka father and son. That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. All right, go on with your bad self. Go on with your bad self. And DC, that question's for you. Rashawn says Monica needs to return with her other son, Jason Morgan. It does, yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna lie, Cat Lady. That did come out the blue, but I was like, you know what? At this point, F it. Yeah, it was out the blue. But yeah, exactly, Freddie. I did like that scene. And it's funny too, because he walked up to him and it's like they both just sat there and just puffed up their chest. Dex was like, yeah, I know who you are. What you want, bro? It's like a weird scene of like the Fast and the Furious or something. Johnson says if Dex is Rick Lanson's son, then that would make Dex Sonny's nephew. Hmm. Then he would be safe. Then he would be safe. Okay. Ron says, I haven't seen or heard Queen Akeisha and Danny Bear in a while. Well, I don't know about Akeisha, but Danny Bear took a break from you too, Ron. Danny Bear took a break. So we don't know when she's coming back, but she said that she took a break. So Kelly says Willow say did a whole 360. You mean a 180, but yes. Um yeah, because she doesn't know how to sit there and think for herself. So, she's just like I still feel like Willow is just useless, but Gemini says, Dex said I could take care of myself, Eminem. What's good, Big Samuel? It's good to see you again. Hope all is well with you. Yeah, Freddie, I was going to sit there and say, I know that she has some health issues and stuff, so that's why she's not here. Monique says Jason should just quit the mob and be either in law enforcement or a lawyer because he can solve a problem with just one conversation by a look. Well, definitely. Well, hmm. See how he was a cop on um Days of Our Lives, it would be a little kind of like, really, we're gonna do this? And LaShawn, okay, he needs to return with her other son, Jason Morgan. I swore you said that before. Johnson says Dex could be Jason and Courtney's son, which would still make him Sonny's nephew. Only Sonny would be more beholden to Dex because he's Courtney's son. But he would still be beholden to um if it was Rick's son because that would be Molly's brother. So either way, he'll be safe. Now, Calculator says maybe Jason can stay with the FBI and be doing some kind of work. You know, yeah, that's what I was going to sit there and say a little bit. It's really on a separate topic. Remember, when they was going to have Curtis be an agent because he was kicking asses and taking names. Was good, Tracy Steves. Oh, Taco Tuesday. Not a fan. So Samuel's not a fan of Steve on two shows playing the same character. Yes, cat lady. That's what I was going to say. Whatever happened to that? The dude was kicking asses and Tracy, you know exactly why I said what I said to him. Yeah, Jay Blue Maxie. I mean, Natalia, Natalie, whatever the hell her damn name is, she be doing too much. Ron says, Albert, be honest with the chat. Why do you want to go to the? Yes, Ron, I want to go there to protect my woman, Cynthia Watros. You know that. Johnson says, do you think the parents Dex talked about were his adopted parents? No, I think that was his real parents. I think his dad was a real a-hole. Hey, please, let's not do the whole Dex needs to be related to someone on the canvas. Let's just leave him alone. He's good where he's at. Well, what's good, Bay Financial Journey? We got a new person. How you doing tonight, Bay? Oh yeah, you're right, cat lady. Never mind. I just remember that happening. Freddie says, I was so tickled by that scene. That officer was a mess. You know, the thing is, Freddie, what struck me as odd was that Willow walked in, and it's like she couldn't sense that they were doing the nasty when she walked in. Yes, welcome, babe. Let's everyone welcome, babe. Financial journey. Cat lady said, and then the shooting happened. So yes, yes, you're right. And I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to be a WSB agent now, anyway. So, but the hell was I sent that saying before? But yes, Ron, I want to go to this fan event because I gotta sit there and protect my woman, Cynthia Watros, and tell those crazy fans they better knock it off. Exactly, Valerie. Unless but to be honest, Valerie, Willow is so clueless that I'm pretty sure she probably couldn't even sit there and pick up on it. Hmm. Laura B, you're pretty awesome. You're giving her way more credit than I was, so that's good. That's good. Ron says, Albert, so even if you are there and they booed her and say to stay the F away from Sunny, what will you tell them? I'll sit there and say that they're a bunch of losers and they need therapy. I'm Valerie, always keep it real. Curry says, what if crazy fans start insulting Tracy Albert? Would you defend her? I would defend any of the actors, to be honest, Kyrie's. I'll sit there and tell them they need to sit there and touch grass. Oh, by the way, I showed DC the intro. He also thinks it's pretty fire. Yeah, Samuel. But to be fair, it's in a lot of fan bases. Like, if you think GH fans are bad, have you seen Star Wars fans, Samuel? Because how you doing tonight, Amber? I'm surprised she hasn't been doing that already, Jonathan. I'm surprised she hasn't been doing that already. She already came in and said that he's involved in Pikeman more than you know. LaShawn says Jason wasn't the one that shot Curtis when he almost died. Yeah, I think it was that other dude that his name is unimportant. Darby says, Samuel says I'm talking about. No, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. I'm not saying you're wrong, Samuel. Well, that's the thing, Freddie. I think that she just is just clueless. Like she didn't notice that their clothes was all disheveled and everything. Darby says, I really need Maxie to show Natalie who boss at deception, and a good way to show her is to fire Blaze. Non-agreeable as Blaze hasn't brought anything to deception but her mom. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. But no, Sammy, I know what you're talking about. No, they're a bunch of a lot of them are a bunch of nut jobs. Yeah, Gary should be on point. She been on point. Actually been on point. But no, Darby, no, I would have, here's the thing. I would have really sat there and be like, yo, Blaze, you're fired. Why? Because I'm not dealing with your stinking mom. That's why. That's the thing though, Freddie. I'm like, their clothes were disheveled and everything like that. They're talking all awkward. And she didn't notice any of that. Like, none of that made sense to her. Oh, okay, Hamish. Thank you, Lorby. Yeah, it was probably him that wound up shooting Curtis when it was trying to get. Hmm, I wouldn't go that far, but as to your opinion, I just think that the mom is just so much of a headache. It's like, and then they sit there and act like Blaze is too good to be going out there selling products. Like, oh well, she's not going to be doing that. Okay, well then she's not going to have a job here. Then, like, what makes you sit there and think your daughter's too good to be going to Home and Heart and selling products like Sasha was doing that? Makes you think that your daughter's any better? Like, nah, bro, you can go somewhere. Very true, Lobby. Very true. Ron says, Albert, I remember DC saying that Eric Slazak, who played Vicky in a fan, confronted her, saying that they don't like her character with Clint, and she got slapped over the mall saying, you better leave. Ooh, yeah, Ron, that was some one like the left fans. Yeah, they're nuts. Yeah, Hamish. What kind of stupid ass name is that anyway? Um, yeah, no, Ron, they're a bunch of nut jobs. Bunch of nut jobs. Absolutely nuts. Curry says 914 views and counting. Our collab is the seventh most popular stream. Yeah. Well, here's the thing, Curry. Probably by the end of the month, it's going to be at 1,000. So, Curry, we got to do another one. We got to do a part two. Got to do a part two, Curry. You brought your A game last time, so. Freddie says Albert either Willow was too stupid to notice, or she didn't know. No, I think she was too stupid to notice. I think you said it right the first time. Babe says it could be that Willow was playing cool as to not embarrass Drew, and she might confront Nina later on. It's possible, babe. And if you're right, I definitely will give both of you our props. I don't think that Oh, okay, well Lobby, I guess I gotta take that back. I don't think that the writers are that creative, but it could surprise me, babe. Um Samuel says, I think the fan base of Jace is part of the reason I don't care for Jace to the point where I don't want to talk about it. I will watch, but it's probably my least favorite. Wow, that sucks. When the fan base is actually getting so bad to the point where it's making other fans not want to watch the show, yeah, that's pretty bad. Jay Blue says Hamish is a common Scottish name. Hmm. Not my favorite name, but okay. Johnson says toxic fan of ruins the enjoyment. Yep, that's true, Jonathan. That's very true. Toxic in general can ruin a lot of things. It can ruin um it can ruin live streams, you know? Just name a few. Curry says, I'm going to bring my A plus next time. I'm going to hold it down. you know? You know what, Kyrie, I'm gonna hold you to that then. I'm gonna hold you to that. No, Jonathan is speaking facts. Jonathan is speaking facts. But my guy Jonathan is always on point, so Samus? Or Samus? Seamus? I know, Jonathan. I was trying to make a video, but I didn't have time. But I kind of wanted to. 90 days. That's what she's getting. And Tanya, I hope the gays bring great stories next year. Me as well. Also, let's welcome another new person into the chat. Let's welcome another new person to the chat. I was trying to, but like by the time I got home after watching General and Days, I mean General and B&B, it's like I had, ugh, like I literally finished watching everything around like 7:30. So, and I didn't want to rush it though too. That's the thing. I actually wanted to take my time and actually do it right. That's why I didn't put anything out. Johnson says, "Do you think she still returned to GH after that?" You know, I wouldn't put it past them. I've seen other people. People have said that other people on GH has actually had similar things happen, and they came back on the show. So Freddie says, "Albert Maxi was me in that moment. The same reaction when Nina blurted. It. Yeah, I was like, boo, you doing too much." If I had some energy, yeah, I will, Kyrie. It's funny too because I was thinking about doing two. I was going to do a short, and I was going to do a members only video. That's the idea. I want to do a short, and I want to do a members only video. So if I have the time and the energy, then I'm gonna try to put both of those videos out tonight. Samuel says it's fun to talk about all the other shows, but GH is a chore because if you say you don't like someone that's popular with the fans, it's like you start a war. Yes, that's true. That's true. You are correct, my friend. Trust me, it almost happened a couple of times in my stream, and I had to sit there and try to shut that shit down. Well, no, I had to shut that shit down. There was no trying at that point, but yes. Yep, that is the plan, my friend. That is the plan. But again, fire intro on your channel. I didn't get a chance to comment, but I shared it with DC though. By the way, Kyrie, are you live? Oh yeah, you are live streaming tonight. Never mind. Jay Blue says Nina can't help herself. She doesn't have her BFF Ava to. The Haviland was good. I mean, yes, that's true, but it was still just like when she said it was just like, what? Like it wasn't even one of those things where it was like she was drunk. It was just like I had to tell somebody. I'm like, Nina, if you didn't act like such a trash person sometimes, you might actually have more friends to talk to. This is what happens when you don't actually if you're not a good person. You only have like one person to sit there and tell all your gossip to. Carrie says Deanna has so much potential. Why they pair her with TJ? Do you think no. No, I do not, Carries. No, I do not. I think at that point it will be considered jumping a shark if they do something like that. Ron says, Albert, if you also see fans attacking the actor playing Zende, saying you better stay the F away from Luna before I slap your teeth, what would you tell them? I'll tell them to get some therapy. Well, I'll tell them to shut the F up first and then get some therapy. And I would sit there and call them a bunch of nut jobs. She is on worse enemy, Laura B. Again, a scene like that when you only have one, you think that she wanted to hear that though? Like you stop and think, you think that she had a long day. She had to sit there and deal with Blaze's annoying mom, and you just blurt that out? Like seriously, it's just like Davin says, but do you think Kristen is going to? I feel like it's a possibility. Actually, to tell you the truth, no, I don't. I don't. Actually, no, I don't. Because they already suffered one loss with the last person who said that they miscarried. So I don't think they're actually going to do that again. I would love to see them bond. Will you sign my petition? Absolutely, Tyrese. Um, I don't know how many other people's going to sign it, but She don't mind. But even if it's coming from Nina though, I don't know. Jay Blue says I was drinking when Nina blurted that out. I spit my drink out. That's the first in a long time. Yeah, it was definitely something else. Darby says, I have a topic most of us in the chat wants to know. Why hasn't Albert put in his air conditioner? I it's actually not that hot. Darby, I the only time I really put in the AC is when I can't sleep at night. It's like it's fine now. I actually had hot chocolate. Like it's fine now, but when it starts to get hot and I can't sleep, that's when that AC is going in the window. Yeah, that happened. I was like, they're not gonna do that again. You know. Ron says, Albert, you might Ron says, Albert, you might have to explain to those fans that it's not Zen. Oh, I will. And then I will sit there and tell them to go get therapy and to shut the F up. Darby says yesterday. Yeah, but it wasn't really that hot though. It wasn't that hot yesterday. I mean, it was hot, but not that hot though. Catley says, nope, she loves Nina, so she will get the same treatment. Okay, you might have a point. Cat says, yes, I have my fan until it hits night. Yeah. Um, I'll open my window maybe, but I just oh Kyrie, it's gonna be interesting. I'll sit there and say that when you do pitch that idea. Davin says, Albert, do you think Ava is really in love with Sunny or Davin, I like I said, she loves the power. She loves that level of attention from Sunny. She loves being in the inner circle. But I wouldn't sit there and say she's in love with him, no. And I don't know what those emojis are for. Maxie is closer to Nina than even Sasha. Yeah, that's true. Jay Blue says, I'm looking forward to how they're going to take down Valentine. That's another person that Laura has given a free pass. Yeah, exactly, Jay Blue, for shooting her son out of a window. Oh, Laura. If I get a chance, I may sit there and post something about Laura this week as well. Thank you, Jay Blue, for reminding me about that. Johnson says, are you going to feel bad for Paulina when she realized I'm going to be mixed because I know that she did try to do it to do the right thing, right? So part of me is going to feel bad for her. Yes, 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 Jonathan, I will. Carrie says Ava only in love with herself, that narcissistic witch. I still. Carrie, you are a very complicated man. I'll tell you that much. Ron says Albert, just tell them that it's an actual person. I mean, they will attack you and knock your effing teeth out your mouth if you got at them saying, "Oh, Ron, that sounds like a fun experience." Then, oh, I'm definitely going with me telling them to shut the f up. Then. No, I like option number two, Ron. I wanna be bold. Okay. Monique says the question Willow needs to ask herself is why I can easily forgive a woman who pet me out. Yeah, I've see Monique. I've been sitting there saying that since she's really got an attitude with Nina. That's always that with Harmony. She forgave Harmony, but Nina gives you so much issues. And I love how the fans will sit there and try to defend that level of BS. Was going to try to be nice, but yeah, you forgave Harmony, the woman that is probably burning in brimstone. But Nina, which she's not perfect, a dingbat, and generally tends to get in her own way. You have a harder time with that. And that's another problem, Jay Blow. I don't like how it makes Ava look. The fact that she got to sit there and be like, "Oh, I just want to get back at Carly." Why is everything got to be about Carly? Nina, I got to get back at Carly. No, I got to get back at Carly. Like the problem is they do stuff like that to prop up Carly. Nina, oh, I got to sit there and get back at Carly. I got to do something that's so stupid, like turn her in and risk a relationship with my daughter and my husband to get back at Carly. And now Ava's doing the same thing? Come on, Ava. God damn, you made all these other women look weak compared to Carly, and now you do that to Ava. Oh, this is my chance to finally get back at her. What the Lady J? So Queen Jess, do you think that Willow is necessary? Think that she's needed on the show? Jay Blue says the weak reason for Ava's. Yeah. Never mind. Read that. Ron says, Albert, I will be shocked if Chanel's not pregnant because she's not pregnant. No, she got radiation poisoning. Jay Blue says Stockholm syndrome. Willow is maybe she's practicing with Nina what she should have done to Harmony. Well, it's definitely been a night. I'll say that much. Thank you, Freddie. It was really great to chop it up with you, my friend. You have a glorious night. Now it's the answer I've been waiting for. Jess says, hell to the no. Willow is not needed. Hell to the no. I love it. Exactly, Curry. That's why I sit there and say propping up Carly. But have a good night, Freddie. Devlin says Nicholas should tell his mother what Ava told him about Sunny. Hmm? Oh, of course I do. Absolutely, J Blow. Absolutely. Yeah, Jess, I agree with you. I don't think that she's necessary. But Jess, there was people in here that actually thought that she is necessary, that she's needed. Um, so it was interesting hearing people's reasons of why they felt that that Willow was needed. And one of those reasons is because you know what, I'm not even gonna get into one of those reasons, but they had their reasons, and it's their reasons. When it says the look on Ava's face when was she visiting Nicholas talking about how she is the only one Sonny trusts, I was like, girl, did you forget to take your medication because she got the crazy eyes? Well, that's one word for it. Yeah, cherry ice cream. But my whole thing, Drew was sitting there like, oh, so the only condition is that I don't have to sit there and do anymore? Okay. I'm like, Drew, you came down there last time to sit there and try to get something from Nina, and Nina was too busy for you because, she was working. Davlin says, I really hope that Anna sticks it to Valentine. That he is working with Pikeman. Hey, hey, guys, that's okay. Davlin says, what are the new writers doing with the characters out of pocket? They doing they doing some out of pocket stuff to Hovland. They've been doing out of pocket stuff for a hot minute. Now it's just I don't know what the hell they're doing now. Ron says, Albert, let the others in the chat and this chat petition to Brad Bell to write a triplet story for Deacon and Sheila. Oh, and hold on, my favorite kind. Ron says Sheila better not be using birth control. Ooh, you tell him, Ron. That's right, Ron. I like your energy. You tell him. She better not use it. Because, telling a woman anything like that is just obviously going to sit there and end your disaster. But I like your thinking, Ron. I did not use birth control. Oof, fire. Jay Blue says to prop Michael up, be mother to his kids, etc. But she and Nina still are figuring out their relationship. Yeah, and apparently she needs other people to sit there and help. Yes. Johnson says, I think Sonny may end up in the hospital. What makes you think that? Jess says, I don't get Nina and Drew. She tells him to promise not to do it again. Like, what the F? They don't have self control or something. Have a good night, Monique. My whole thing is when she said, hey, listen, I'll do this favor for you on one condition that we don't have to sit there and do this anymore. And Drew's like, okay, that's it. But that's fine. Bro, don't sit there and act like you didn't want her. You came to her last time wanting her, and she said no because she was working. Let's not sit there and try to act like, oh, she's, you know, like it's some sort of huge deal that you have to sit there and just bear. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't be that person. But yes, have a good night, Monique. It was really great to see you again. Jay Blue says Daddy Victor will be proud of Valentine. Anna taking him down is definitely a prophecy. Hmm. W says one thing I don't understand what Brennan said to Valentine Albert is the WSP running Pikeman. Will they delete Anna if she get? Oh no, they definitely want to delete her. Brennan definitely. But like I said, W, I think that Valentine is going to save her. I think Valentine is going to sit there and save her. Just says neither of them are effing anyone, so I guess it's an itch they need to scratch. Yes, it's just every time they get done, they don't need to be together though. It's like every time they're done, Nina's like, I can't believe that we did that. Really? Sweetheart, you weren't drunk. You weren't inebriated. How do you sit there and do something with somebody and to be like, oh, I can't believe we did it again. Really, Nina? Really? By the way, I'm pretty sure I would never want to hear somebody say that if I was with them. Like, I can't believe we did that, Albert. Don't do that. Just say right. She said it every time. I'm like, I I can't. Johnson says because of the wrong dosage he's getting with his. Oh, okay, okay, good point. Just that they acting too old to be like that. Yeah, they are. Ron says, Albert, how will Finn feel about Sheila having another child? I think he'll sit there and think it's a miracle of science, Ron. Curry says, I think Ava's going to do something at the last minute to semi redeem herself in Sunny's eyes so she won't actually stay mad at her. Well, that would be interesting if that happens. And Babe says, Willow is influenced by the people she loves. No one that I can remember giving her an option about the pain about her mom, but there's a whole town that gives her opinion about Nina. Yeah, she definitely seemed like somebody that can't think for herself. And I know. She was in a cult. Get some damn therapy then. Jay Blue says WSB stole the money to run Pikeman. They know Anna is aware of it. That's why they want to take Anna out. Yep. Yeah, Brendan's like, yo, listen, that chick gotta go. Like, hey, listen, I like Anna, but between me and you, that chick gotta go. Darby says, how about I'm so ashamed I did that with you, Albert. LOL, I will become a nun. No, no, no. That's no. And it's not an ego thing. It's just no. I would never hear that. Nope. Okay, maybe it's a little bit of an ego thing, but no. Just says all this just to stick up to Carly, just to stick it to Carly. See, that's the problem. Again, it's propping up Carly, and I feel like Ava should be above that. I don't see Nina being above that, but I would like to think that Ava is above something as petty as that. Oh, wow, I'm doing it to stick it to Carly. Really? Your motivation is to stick it to. Jay Blue says, I just rolled my eyes when Nina said that nobody forced Nina. Yeah. So if Ivy was not there trying to stick her tongue down Liam's throat, I'm like, yep, Jess. I mean, we gotta prop up Carly for some odd reason. Darby says, how about this, Albert, Daddy, I'm moving in. Oh, see, that's more, yeah, that's be more about whatever woman's speed I'm with. Yes, that would make more sense. See, Darby, now you're talking more logical. Now you're talking more logical. Um, and it says, Abe, in my opinion, is going to be the mayor if his wife gets bad press. Yeah, I mean, the problem is, she did it for the right reasons, but what she did was still wrong. Yeah, Jess, but it's true. Debbie said, this is cray cray Albert. Yeah, I am pretty weird. Jay Blue says, so the FBI has RICO charges against Carly because of Jason. I'm wondering how they got those RICO charges. I am. I'm wondering how they got those RICO charges. Man, I didn't really have any of this. Ugh. But you know what? Ivy was there one day and she disappointed me. Let's hope tomorrow or the next day she can be a better character. And she could do more than just be so desperate and thirsty for Liam. I was like, "Boo, you just got into town. It's been 15 minutes, and your tongue is already down his throat." Yeah, one hell of a way to make an entrance. Devlin said to me, GH was way better in the 90s and early 2000s. Now, to me, all Channel 7 stories was good. I used to run home to watch Moonlight to Live. The last 15 minutes of it, I wish. Oh, Devlin. The early 2000s General Hospital was an event. It was an event. My friends knew when it was 3 o'clock. They knew what I was doing. They knew what I was watching. Tanya said these new Reddits just keep dragging things out for far too long. You know, Tanya, that's always been General Hospital's problem. It's better now than it was last year. And it says Sasha being a chef is filler. Yeah, it is. It is. Jay Blue says it doesn't make sense to me. So Jason used to ship Cartridge back in the day, but they are only bringing the charges against him. Yeah. Johnson says, remember the Ruiz mob family? Yeah, you talking about that guy, Manny? Manny Lu. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that, but you talking about Manny? Darby says sometimes I think this is more of a commercial for ramen noodles. Listen, I gotta have my ramen. Just this whole oh, Manny Ruiz, yes. Jonathan, that actor's scary in real life, though. I would never want to meet that actor in real life. Ron says, Albert, they need to keep an eye on Lee when Sheila is getting treatment. Ron, you're not exactly wrong about that. She did sit there and almost let Sheila die the last time, so I'm pretty sure she would not have a problem with that again. Ah, ramen, yep. I just think that this Sasha storyline, her being a chef, is like, really? It's free room and board. You could have been a businesswoman. Davin says, I wish that ABC brought back All My Children Will Like to Live. Me too. Darby says, little bald guy with all that. Yeah, Darby, I don't think you want to meet that guy in a dark alley. I don't think you want to do that. I wouldn't want to do that. J Blue says I'm reading that the guy named Frank V has the last say would. Yeah, I guess we can always sit there and blame Frank Valentine for whatever crazy shenanigans that winds up coming out. No, I wouldn't. Joe Pesci scares me more than Sonny does. Okay, right, that's interesting. Cherry ice cream. Not in the daytime either. Oh, okay, Darby. Okay. All right, big man. Okay. All right, bro. All right, good, Danny. Good, good, good. Look forward to watching it. Try not to erase some of your videos, though, because that's people may stumble into it later on. I mean, if you don't like how a video comes out, remake it, but you just delete all your videos. You can always change direction, but you know. And it says, "What's ending would you want for the actress that plays Nicole? Um, for her to fight Sloane, get back her baby, and leave. But definitely for her to throw hands with Sloane. That's what I want. That's what I want, Ed. So I hope they do it. I hope they throw hands. Nobody says that guy scares me day or night. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. J Blue says I wasn't watching when Mandy was on. I just looked up his picture. Yo, like I said, I wouldn't mess with that guy. Harris says they tried to make her go to read. Oh, are you talking about? Okay. J Blue says Jane Franco was creepy to me. I can kind of see that. Some people get creepy vibes from them. I don't, but some people do. Hmm. But I'll take a look at it. No, actually, I didn't. But I don't really watch Blue Bloods, so Jerry Skin says yes. Manny does. Yeah, no, that. Listen, anything that he's in, he's always playing. I mean, granted, he's always playing like the same type of character, but yeah, I still wouldn't rock with him though. I mean, the Sonny Kill Manny. I thought Jason did. Kelly says Al Pacino was scary and Robert. Al Pacino was scary and Robert. J. Blue says, I know. Makes me wonder if some of that is him in real life. He played that role too well for me. Yeah, I mean that's the thing is he plays that in a lot of different shows and movies and stuff like that. Um, because that's his look. He looks like he's a gangster and stuff. So, oh, Jay Blue said Jason threw him off the roof. I read. Oh, I gotta watch that scene. Oh, Robert De Niro. Okay. Okay, got waiting. Then he says, I'm a big fan of Al Pacino's movie. I don't remember the last time I actually watched. I think the last time I watched a movie with Al Pacino was what was that movie with Keanu Reeves? The Devil or something. He was a lawyer. He was a scumbag lawyer. He would get scumbags off. I remember that movie. Ron says, Albert, if Lee tries anything like that again, the hospital members needs to report her for negligence. A patient to have her medical license revoked. I mean, Yeah, I can't argue with you. Devil's Advocate. Thank you, Jay Blow. I don't know how I actually forgot that movie. How did I forget that movie? I actually like that movie too. Thank you, Cat Lady. Yeah, how's that chicken that I like? Charlotte or Duran, whatever the hell her name is. Thank you, Lorby. Thank you. You know, actually, I would, Curry's, because she may not actually have the best bedside manner, but she knows how to get things done. So yes, I would. I'm doing good, Amber. I'm doing good. Danny says watch Godfather movie last week again for the 100th time. Wow. Oh, Charles. Yeah, Charles. Yeah, Charles Duran. Yeah, Duran. Charles. Yes, her. Yeah, I like her. Jess. Ron says, "Aubrey, do you think that Lee will try?" No. The fact that she did it once and she still has a job, I think. Oh, Charlize. Yeah, Charlize. Thank you. Thank you, Jess. Yes. I don't know why I couldn't pronounce her name before. Charlize, yes. Yeah, I like her. Well, thank you, Jess. Thank you for helping me pronounce it. As said, Dex is a cop now. How do you think he will use and who do you think they would have him work with? Maybe Chase. I was going to say Chase. Harry says, do you want to actually see Nick and Newman in rehab, or would you have her take a 4 months vacation on screen if Josh said it was? Um, Part of it's like I would want to see the rehab scene because you know, alcohol has always been like an issue that I've had to deal with in some form of way. I'm not going to sit there and start naming names, but like it's personal. I'll sit there and say so. I would actually want to see that. How you doing tonight, Melly Mel? Yes, I would sit there and say an actual. I would sit there and want to see her do the whole rehab thing. Kelly says Dex will have to work with poor Chase because Dante is still at. Yes, that's what I was going to sit there and say. Mm, yeah, yeah, I'll be with it. I'll be with it, Kyrie's. Yeah, I'll be with it. Okay, Mel. It's good to know. Watch it. I mean, here's the thing. I know that Nikki is not everyone's favorite character. Trust me, she's not mine either. But you know, like I said, it's a personal thing. Then he said, "Did you know Al Pacino have a new baby last?" Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. That's some stupidness. Kyrie says, "Nope, overruled." Ooh. Kyrie says the judge, jury, and executioner. Okay. Well, I mean, Ron, I don't mean Grant. I don't think that she should try to do it again anyway. Like, regardless. Yeah, exactly, Lobby. I'm not with that foolishness. It was 83 something years old. I feel like at that point having a child is just so irresponsible. It's like, what are you doing that for? My institution is going to be correct. You know, Mel, you might be right. I think it's the radiation poisoning. No, I think it's the radiation poisoning from Paulina. I feel like the whole sickness thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see who's right. It says, where do you think Nina and Drew's story is going to lead? Hmm, that's a good question. 'Cause I don't even know the direction that Nina's actually going into right now. You hooked her up with Sunny, which was just an odd pairing, but it worked with some people. Sunny treated her like trash, and any woman that's treated like trash should sit there and just leave that situation. And now that she finally just gave up because of Ava, out of all reasons, she's hooking up with Drew. I'm just hoping that they don't write Nina into a corner. Darby says it's selfish. By the time that baby is 10, Pacino will need diapers too for himself. Oh God! You know the sad thing is, Darby. Even though that's funny, Darby is 100% correct about that. By the time that child's in college, he'll be dead. Like that's not even funny to me. That's just the truth of the matter. Johnson says if we're going to be doing petitions, how about a petition to make me a Jonathan, I would want to see you on days. Jonathan, I would want to see you on days. And that's the thing, Darby. That's the truth of the matter. By the time that his son is in college or be nearly graduating college, he'll be done. And that's what I said, Jess. It is funny, but it's also true, though. Ron says, Albert, how will the fans react to Belle writing Sheila having a child at that? I think they would sit there and probably boycott the show at that point, Ron. I think they would literally sit there and boycott the show. I'm just throwing it out there. Danny said, "Did you watch?" I'm glad you did, Ron. I mean, I'm glad you did, Danny. Um, I was not impressed by Ivy. I actually told you I was disappointed by Ivy. Ivy, Ivy came across as sad and pathetic and desperate. Johnson says you're loved. Yes, that's what I said, Jonathan. I will want to see you on days. I want to see you right on days. No, I didn't. I don't know if you can actually hypnotize John. I thought they tried that already, Mel. I thought they tried to hypnotize John before. You got a point. You got a point, Carries. Like, I think I personally do think that he can make it past kindergarten, elementary school. That's why I said college is a different story. Like I said, that's just I can't. But again, with Ivy, and then I looked at it because people. That's the thing. Another thing people listening to say, and not to really get on anyone's looks, but another people listening to say, it's like, oh, Ivy is really good looking. She's really bad. She has this accent, and everything like that. When I saw, her, I was like, eh, she's pretty. Like, she's pretty. I felt like some people was kind of hyping her up like she was super bad. I'm just like, Johnson says I have ideas for a new serial killer storyline for days. They definitely need one. Ed says I just want Constantine off a day. He's annoying. I just find his plan to be so. And it's not like he's this young looking, good looking man or whatever. He's this old senior citizen that is after. It's daffy. It's so fucking daffy. Darby says to tell Pacino to give that child $1 million trust fund and a note saying he's sorry he can't be there for him. Yeah, yeah, that's what I said. It's foolish and irresponsible, and it's like, yeah, you have money, and even for women, it's like, yeah, you can sit there. It's like some people get the wrong ideas. They see all these women that are older having babies, and it's like, no, they had to pay a lot of money to kind of go through that procedure. That's not something the average woman could or should be doing. Johnson says it's called the Salem Sniper. Hmm. Now, I hope you're right. I hope you're right because they're not exactly doing any favors by writing Maggie this way. So, I hope you're right. Darby says, why are there so many good looking women lusting after Liam? Liam is that good looking. Yeah, these women are pretty. I wouldn't sit there and say, I mean, Liam isn't exactly a slouch. So, have a good night, Jay Blue. Then he says, I have to pick the most beautiful girls better than Ivory is Steffi. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yes, have a good night, Jay Blue. It's good to see you. And says Constantine would only work on days if he was a villain that was out for revenge against Victor's money. Yes, see, but that's what I'm sitting there saying. Like, it just doesn't work. Like, I mean, maybe because I'm not an older person, but I don't. It's just not working. It's not the worst thing. At least they're doing something. It's a lot better than this Teresa Gwen crap that they got going on. Curry says, by the way, those Logan women can't be trusted. Those damn Logans. Goddamn right, Kyrie. Except for Donna. She always gets a pass. But other Logan women, Donna gets a lifetime pass. I had to, Lord V. Kyrie's knows every time he talks about those Logan women. I gotta. Aber says, Mel says, Aber says. Mel says, I would love for Xander and Sarah to rescue Maggie from Constantine. Yeah. And Kyrie says, and Brady is a four and nothing more. Kyrie, you gonna stop being mean to Brady? You gonna stop being mean to Brady? You know he deserves higher than a four. Stop being mean, Kyrie. Ross says, my favorite Logan woman is Bridget. Yeah, Don is that chick. Johnson says, if I was running days, I would immediately have. Yes, yes, and I agree with that. Yeah, Jess, sometimes I just start saying wacky things. Wacky things, Jess. Jess. No, you talked about yourself in the third person too. Don't sit there and no. We both gonna be lumped into this. You said that too. Harry says Brady will forever be okay. See now I can just tell you. All right, Kyrie. I see your game. Now says Albert Melissa, as Chelsea said in an interview on her wish list F. What does F means? She has a wish list? Darby says, do any do anyone knows that the WWE on oh well I want to say the one on days, so just didn't have time. Just says I didn't do that and you can't prove it. Just one, okay, I can't prove it, but I do have a good memory. You know what? I know you said it, and that's what counts. You no, Jess. I'm not gonna be the only person that's gonna look crazy tonight, Jess. You're gonna come with me. What's going on in August, Curry? Oh, is that when you come to the city? No, Jess. No, no. You gonna look crazy right along with me. Hell out of here. Ron says Albert has his Katie Baby Nation because she's Katie Baby. You damn. Donna is not a gold digger. Stop it, Ron. Yeah, Danny, I can see why a lot of people don't like Brooke. That's gonna be a fun day, Kyrie's. Sorry, Jess, but if I go down as being crazy, your ass is coming with me. Justin says I can't wait till we get to the big moments on days this week. I can't wait for it either. Well, we're at Tuesday, so we got some time. Oh, great, a love triangle now. That sounds like something. I hate love triangles. Kyrie says, I better not regret it. I don't like people. No, Kyrie, you come across as very friendly and chill, so I would never guess that. But no, Jonathan, just come in now. We're only in a Tuesday. One day. Well, it is. Honestly, tell you, Just it is kind of a lot. Like if you have to stay at a hotel or whatever you got to do. Ron says, ask the chat about Jerry Prentice Nation. Ron, I don't think anyone remembers who Jerry is on Days of Our Lives. Ron, you keep forgetting that. I think only a very few people remember that character. Johnson says, when I woke up today for a second, I actually thought it was Wednesday. Hmm. You know, Jonathan, I wish I thought it was Wednesday, but I woke up at 4:45 in the morning, so I knew it wasn't Wednesday. I knew it was Tuesday. But I had my favorite latte at Dunkin' Donuts and my donut. And I'm pretty sure the people at Starbucks are probably pissed off at me that I haven't been there in about 3 weeks. Awesome. Here says, why would I stay for more than one day? It says, LOL Chanel had me saying, what are you thinking Johnny can find his passion by working at the family company until he finds his passion? I don't get Chanel at all. And the minute she was like, oh, you don't have to sit there and work at the mirror. You can sit there and find your own passion. I'm like, you know, he's rich. It's very easy to say that. Um, Danny says, Albert, did you remember when the actress played Donna went to Young and Restless? Nope, I don't, because I wasn't actually watching it from back then. So, that's the thing, Danny. I only started watching the show about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Johnson says they need to give you a day where you can sleep late. Oh, I'm going to sleep late. Well, yeah. Jonathan, it's hard to sleep late because, like, even tomorrow I'm off. I guess I'm sleeping late till like 9 o'clock. That's late for me now. So tomorrow, yes, tomorrow I should be sleeping in late. Ron says, ask the chat what's their take on Brad Bell saying that he doesn't care about the fans and they can tune out. Um, I think they're gonna be like, hey, listen, your shows are gonna sit there and end if you don't listen to us. So F you, Brad. F you, Brad. Oh, Jonathan, I will. I mean, it's early and it's rough, but it works for me a little bit because I get there early enough where I could watch Days of Our Lives, and when I get home at 3 o'clock, I just got two soap operas to watch. So it works out. I don't want to say things that like I missed, bummish. Like I used to wake up at like 12 in the afternoon, maybe 1 o'clock, like the latest. I don't have the luxury of doing that anymore, but it used to be fun. It used to be such of a waste of a day, but it used to be fun. Harry says it's going to be fun, though. I will spend the whole day with Queen Jest, and you and CJ Clove will join us for dinner. I'm looking forward to that, Kyrie's. I really am. Kyrie's, we're gonna have a lot of fun. Have a lot of fun, my friend. So, and it's my birthday month too. So, August is my birthday month. Mel says Albert Michael, as Kyle said in an interview, that his wish would be if Tara got released from prison to try to get custody from Kyle and Summer. Mel, I think that Kyle should actually like that idea. Jazz has a point. Danny says, I finally watched Days of Our Lives and I haven't seen, and I have to say, I'm not really a big fan of it. Yeah, Danny, it takes a while to get used to it. It takes a while to get used to it. So I get it, Danny. I mean, honestly, told you, except for One Life to Live in One Life to Live in General Hospital, I like right off the bat. Why not? It took me a while, so Kerry says as long as those Logan women don't ruin it like they ruin everything they touch. Just says, oh, your birthday, are you eligible for? Oh, oh, god damn. We all reading this shit, right? Like, I swear, Jess says the nicest, sweetest things to me. See, Jess, this is why you're so lovable. This is why you're so lovable, Jess. Ain't that right, Kyrie? This is the reason why Jess is so damn lovable. Mel says Kimberly Brown got her contract renewed. Really? Thank you, Jess. See, that's love right there. Let me just let me show you what love looks like. See, Chad, that's love right there. That's love. Appreciate you, Jess. See, Jess loves me. As says Wanted to Live was great, and they usually had one dumb storyline compared to yeah, Wanted to Live was great. That was the first soap opera I watched. Um, the Nora scene, the train scene. Will Rappaport is just walking around. Bo Buchanan sees him. He's a fugitive. And he just lets him go. Like he literally is walking off with Jess um and Christian, and Bo sees that and he just lets him walk off. I laugh at that scene now because I didn't realize like when I was watching it, then it's like, oh, he's a cop, and Will was going to jail. Ron says, and as a writer, I'm writing Sheila having triplets. Oh yeah, Jonathan, I remember him. He was married to Natalie for some odd reason, and said the one at the police force was no joke. Yeah, Jess. Okay, I get it, Jess. You're the number one Jess in the world, but talking about this character named Jess Buchanan. It's crazy, Jess, but there's. I was thinking of a joke, and I just didn't come up with one. What's good, Grams? The messenger? Huh. Okay. Poppy? Seriously? Poppy is on contract? What? Harry says, I'm not. I don't even know what in New York for me to stay more than one day. Unless Mr. Brennan surprises me, that's never going to happen. But if he does, look like I'm there. But yeah, they had let's say they had Jess, and then she had multiple personalities. She was Jess and Tess, and um, yeah, I couldn't get past the AARP comment. Like I'm like, Jess really actually said that shit to me. Johnson said that's why Mitch Lawrence called himself the messenger. Hmm. I only started watching in 1998, so when he came back, um, that's when I caught up on him. So I didn't catch like the highlight stuff. Ron says, Albert, if you were watching Patches and you see Tabitha making baby Endora, what would you have said? I would have been like, she's too old to be having a baby. Ron says, Albert, I don't think that Ivy is long term before you know it, she'll be going from the show. Yeah, well, like I said, Ron, she did not make a good impression on the first day of seeing her. It was actually pretty sad. As said, Jessica had Tess, Wes, Bess, Teen Jess, and who knows who had Bess. Seriously? Wes? Oh, see now they were just ODing with that. Now they were just ODing with that. I mean, I stopped watching it. I think that's when they just went all ham. Because when I watched it, they had Erica Torpy or whatever. Um, and then when I came back, they had some new chick. Bella says, "I'm gonna make this crystal clear that I am the queen that finds everything for you. That is true. That is actually very true, Mel. That's actually very true. You put me onto some good movies, though. Oh, Aaron Torpy. Oh, thank you. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Jonathan. Just as I remember. Yeah, I just remember those two. Just after that, I was like, okay, y'all just ODing now. Curry says, I don't know why we shaming Ivy, but I'm making sure I defend her tonight. Have a good night, Kyrie. Yes, it is actually about time for you to sit there and start yours. Thank you, my friend. Always appreciate you, Jonathan. You are a G and a gentleman. As said, they really was towards the end. Yeah, when I mean, I know that you had. I heard that I only remember Nikki. So they have Vicky and Nikki. And then DC was saying that they had a bunch of other alters. And I'm like, what are we doing? I heard the story was good though. Ron says, what will you say, Albert, if a fan assaulted the Sheila character saying you better leave Steffi? I would sit there and tell Ron, I would sit there and tell him that they need therapy. And I would also tell him to shut the F up. Yeah, that's what I would sit there and say. And, Ron, just for fun, I might get Days of Our Lives canceled. Just because, I have that type of power. I might do it, Ron. Don't test me. Do not test me, my friend. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream here. I do gotta I want to sleep past 10 tomorrow. So yes, I'm gonna end the stream here, but I do want to thank everyone for joining now. Thank you so much. And I will see you in tomorrow's live stream. Have a good night, Ronnie Ron. Have a good night, Jonathan. Have a good night, Queen Janet. Have a good night, Queen Jess. Have a good night, Queen Mel. Ron says, you won't dare, Albert. Oh, yeah, because I don't have the balls, right, Ron? Johnson says, I already got Sunset Beach and Port Charles canceled. Ooh. Damn, I thought I had power. I actually like Port Charles, too. Have a good night, Darby. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Danny. Yeah, I don't know anything about that stuff. I only watched it for 2 years, so everything that happened after those 2 years. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Lady J. Johnson says, join us next time for another edition of Salt Chocolate Up and Bostic. Good night, everyone, and hit the like button. Thank you, Jonathan. Always appreciate you. Seriously, I do. Have a good night, Ed. Have a good night, Danny. Have a good night, Cherry Ice Cream. Have a good night, Queen of the South. Have a good night, Blackmon. Have a good night, Dollar Medics. Have a good night. Aaron told me, damn, I was really off. Anyone? Oh, have a good night, Cat Lady, Queen of the South, and anyone else, you know who you are. If I didn't say good night to you, you know who you are. So have a good night, everyone. Stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's stream. Laters.